gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
The explosions. Oh, I like this. Mr. E. Look at Mr. E. The show that starts my weekend.
That's right.
All right. Way to go. Thank you. Thank you, Alban, for joining me today.
Hey, no problem.
Nice to see you. Thanks, you. How are you feeling?
I'm good. You know, it's slowly warming up.
Okay.
Hopefully, I won't see any more of that white crap come out of the sky.
I don't know. It's only February.
Oh, I'm trying. I'm trying my best there. You know.
Yeah. Out there. I'm still waiting to see him ride his motorcycle in the snow.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to do a video of it. You know.
At some point, I need to see that.
Okay.
So, let's see. We got Mint. It's Mint's in the house. Mandy. Mandy. Nice to see you. Daldum, the crazy Canuck. Nice to see you. Eddie, what's up, bud? Mr. Red. Yeah, he was queuing the ship.
Yeah.
He's always here early. Michael, Tim, thanks for joining us. Canuck Gal, I tried talking to her to join the show tonight.
Come on.
Yeah, I actually posted this in the Streaming Matters show, and we're going to just see, or in the Streaming Matters channel. I posted the link to the live show. We'll see who jumps on the show. Who knows? I mean, we'll see where it goes. I mean, worst thing that can happen, you get some jackass in here and we have to boot him.
Yeah, just boot him.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. Hey, it might add a little Flavor Flav to the whole show. So let's see who else. Remember, he had the spastic attack.
He's from around my way.
Was he? Oh, yeah. You're kind of like Joe Cocker when he was singing. Remember when Joe Cocker sang?
911 is a joke.
Yeah. Stuart, what's up? Jim? Udan. Yeah, hey, if Udan's in my group, he can always join too. He's a YouTuber, so he's not scared of all this. 619. Asha, nice to see you. Roger, look at old Roger. He could he could join us too. You know, he's a tube a regular on our Wednesday night show.
Yeah.
And I'll say this on the front end of that Wednesday's show. Make sure you guys watch White Boy Rick and Brothers Grimsby.
Yeah.
That's our movies for this.
I'm halfway done. I'll finish my homework tonight.
Yeah. I have not started mine. So Shinobi, what's up? Bob, Donald, thank you guys for joining in. And again, I posted the link in my Streaming Matters channel. So if anybody's brave enough, they can click in there and jump in here with me and Alban. And I'm not sure what we're going to talk about today. I've got a things.
I just want to give a what's up to Soheil and Michael out there.
Yeah.
You know, you forgot about them. They were the first ones in here.
Oh, yeah. They're always early.
Bob,
look at Bob's feeling better, getting over COVID-19. Now, glad to hear that, Bob. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Well, you mean that hoax? The hoax fires? the flu? What are you talking about? All right. So, no, we won't go into all that. Patty, what's up? So we got plenty of people jumping in here. So we'll go through that. we'll see what we actually talked last week. If you guys we were talking about the Philips Hues. Oh, I thought I heard my alarm going off. We were talking about the Philips Hues lights, and Blue was trying to show us her setup, but with her very poor web camera, it was doing a very piss poor job of actually showing the quality of light, because she's showing me with her phone, and much better, but it wasn't showing very good. But so we've had numerous people were messaging in Streaming Matters, as well as sending me messages directly. And I actually had somebody that was sent me this link and told me about Hyperion, and said to check out Hyperion. And I posted some links in the Streaming Matters room and some of that. And there is a website, and it's got lots of information. But I kind of looked at this guy's video, which was probably the most easy to follow, and I kind of glanced through it. It's only got 73,000 views on it, but he actually shows you how to use a Raspberry Pi, and you can kind of see these little things down here. Use a Raspberry Pi. If you don't count the Raspberry Pi, I think the components that he bought was under $60 or $70 for everything, and got it on pause. I was going to try to just get, all right, so he's setting it up. And you can actually see it here. If you see on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see he's got that yellow glow over on the top left, and it's kind of a darker on the far right. But yeah, here's another one with the purple. So this is actually going to be a project I want to try, and I can't remember. I'd have to take a look at who sent me the link. It was one of the guys. I want to give a shout out to him for sending me that message, and it had me start looking down. Dang it! I hate when I can't find who had sent me that message. But yeah, he had sent me that message, and I apologize for not being able to see who that was. But he sent me and said to look into that Hyperion, and I think it looks like a project that might be doable, especially since I have since James, I think it was James. Yes, James sent it to me. So thank you, James. James is a guy. He's got a Plex setup. He's got automated setup to where it does. I talked to him in the past about setting up libraries and all that kind of stuff, and auto or download. And so he's a pretty smart guy. But he said to check into that, and sounds like a pretty smart thing, because with the Philips Hue is a plug and play. So so you take that. But if I bought the box, the HDMI box, that box is going to run you $200 to $250 for that, and then $199 for the strip. So what's that? $400, $450?
Yeah,
that you'd be invested.
Yeah, and it's not
now
including the other box.
Yeah, Blue already has the two bars, the lights that are bars. So I might try this for a $60, $70 thing. Did you see any of those videos in?
I've been looking at a bunch of different videos on it. I'm kind of hooked on it, but I want to make sure I get the right amount of things. You know what I mean? I don't want to go on the small end and then find out, oh well, if I want to have controllers for everything else around me, it's not gonna work right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It is a bit of a, I don't want to say a risk. But there is a chance that when you're messing with that stuff, you get something and maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But
right,
I don't know. I'm thinking $60, $70 investment for me.
It's a good jump in. Yeah,
it's not bad.
Yeah,
there was actually somebody posted in my Streaming Matters room where they had 4 of the bars that Blue has. There's 4 of those Hue Play bars.
Right.
And he said $180 you can have them. which is a good
Wow.
deal
Yeah.
considering Best Buy sells them for $130 for 2.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he used them for a week and just didn't like it.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, and he says, if anybody wants them, let me know, and I'll sell them to them. So,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's some options, and I kind of thought, I was like, damn, $180. I could have 4 plus Blues 2. I could set that
You
up.
can set them up all over, but what if you don't like them? That's
Yeah, and it's a big
right,
investment.
right. That's why I that gradient stuff, that has like, all the lights that change in it, and
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, that's really hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a. I don't know. I'm thinking now Blues TV's a little closer to the wall than mine.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not much, but
You could
when
always get a different mount.
well, when I move from here, I will have my TV closer because the studs were not even on that wall,
Uh-huh.
which is weird. You would think
Yeah.
it should be even, but they aren't. So when I mounted it, I couldn't mount the mounts
Couldn't mount them
even.
properly.
So they're kind of like the mount, the base is kind of off to the side. Now that mount that has the telescoping arms.
Okay,
Where
yeah.
I can turn it this way,
Mhm.
that way, lift out, pull back. So I had to pull it out some and then slide it so that when I'm sitting on the couch, it's even
It's even.
with that space.
Right.
So when I do move someplace,
Hold on,
I
wait, holy
should be able to
shit.
mount.
Wait. There's no wires underneath the TV. What the fuck? What happened?
Really? You can be like that?
I just noticed it.
I've
Wow.
cleaned them up a little bit.
Wow. Well, hey, good.
I had to. There's
Now-
people that
now that you're leaving?
there's people that troll me on that stuff.
Well, I just noticed it now.
Griff and a handful of other people troll me on my wire setup. God forbid me to have some wires hanging out. So
Well, at least I noticed now.
yeah. Well, believe me, if Griff was here, he says he'd still see my wires. You're like, it's an apartment. I can't drill holes in the wall like you. If you really wanted to hide it, you need to drill the hole.
Mhm.
Come back. So yeah, unless you want to do that. Well, even when you got to use a power line, you still have to have power cables. So because I had
you
an
need power.
I had the HDMI wireless. Have you ever seen those?
Yeah?
Where
No,
it's
I haven't seen that.
plugs. It's an HDMI. Samsung kind of does it. They have it on some of their TVs where you plug it into the HDMI setup.
Right.
Up, and then there's another part that plugs into the back of the
Into
TV.
the back of the TV.
And it's wireless to the TV. Now you'd still have to have a
The
wire
sound
of
and
power.
everything?
Huh?
The sound and everything comes through?
Yeah. So
Wow.
it sends it wireless, and you can go
Okay.
from HDMI 1, 2, 3 on the box, not your TV, because
Right.
your TV would still be the same.
Right.
But I looked at it. I'm like, do I want to invest in that?
Mhm. Right. It's one thing if you have a theater compared to your living room. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we'll in the future, I'll invest bigger. But when you're in apartments, there's not so much you want to tear up.
Right.
Because that means stuff you got to fix before you leave or lose your deposit. So, hello, Evelyn.
Hey.
So Mandy's got some colors and with the multicolored lights. And if you get those Hue app, like Blue was talking about last week, if you get that Hue app, you can set your whole place up to be, set it up with automation with coloring, and this goes down low or this turns red or this that. I mean, you can go over top with it. I mean, I can understand the aspect for your TV for a movie, not if I was watching sports or watching regular TV. No, but I can understand
movies.
I can understand for movies to get that feel. I can understand that. So, Donald, no, I don't have any game consoles. The only game console I have is my Raspberry Pis and my Nvidia Shields, and that's good enough for me. So, GoPro Donnie, the Butcher, do you write XML in your Kodi setup in the Wizard? Well, in your Wizard, if you have a Wizard, you do have to. It's not even really an XML. It's really just a text document that you put, and depending on the Wizard, it's a certain format. The build's name, what is it, Kodi 17 or 18 or 19, and Where's the URL? Where's the zip? Where's the art? I mean, so it's really, that's what we've done on mine. I mean, the one I was using was from the Fire Guru. It was his GUI, which was a fork of Aftermath Wizard, which 99% of the people use. Most of them are using a fork of the Aftermath Wizard, which was written years ago, and they changed little things on it to make it work. And I was using that. So that's really not writing XMLs. I don't think. I just call it writing a text document, because once you copy that and then you just copy this to this one and then the second build and I put my information, then here's my third build. It's pretty easy. It's not hard to go by. Patty, it's soft lighting in the background of your TV. Yep. And it is cool. And I did see, if you watch some videos, there is some options if you go through. Is it Lido? Is that grocery store? What's that grocery store? Lidl's or Lidl?
That's not up by me.
Lidl. It's from Europe, but they have American stores.
Oh.
And supposedly you can get them real cheap from them, but it's not Philips brand. It's like a knockoff brand. So what's up, Trooper? Cody Man. Nice to see you guys.
The beach.
The beach. Yep, he's rolled up in here. Corey, thank you. Thank you for joining us.
German owned. Little.
Yeah. Okay. All right. German owned. Yeah.
Little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got one, but there's a guy that was talking about they have some lighting that you can get, the Hue lighting from them, and it's a lot cheaper. Like extremely cheaper, like a third of the price.
Yeah.
So
I'm waiting for the plane to land in my backyard. So
yeah, you're waiting.
Yeah.
Lido. Thank you. All right. So thank you, Steve. So we got them. Chris, what's up? Hey, I posted the link. Anybody would like to join, more than welcome to join. I posted the link in Streaming Matters, and we'll see where we go from there.
Jump in, because you guys know how much I talk. You know, I can't get a word in. You know.
Hey, if we get C-Man in here, it'd be even worse.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So we got Crazy Canuck. I think Cody is bigger than it ever was now. I think that it is pretty big. But I also think, I don't know if it's bigger than it ever was, but because I think APKs take a big chunk.
Yeah, I think so also.
Yeah,
and
I think a lot,
especially now with the other thing that just got me hooked.
Yeah, the old Plex.
Yep.
Yeah, you got some. You got the Plex addiction.
Asif just put out there about that green monster. I just saw that video you did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does look. That really does look pretty cool.
Very pretty build. He did a real good job, and I busted his balls on it, because I like, damn, did you leave any video add-ons in any of the repos that you didn't stick in that add-on? Because it had, I want to say, 47 video add-ons, a lot of programs. Yes, yeah. And I busted him, but I mean, in all fairness, I mean, he's a friend of mine, and I'll bust on him, just give him a hard time. But he did a very good job in how he laid it out to try to make it organized and to make it look good and to make it easy for you to find stuff. And he was trying to give people that don't have a subscription or don't have an IPTV service to offer those options, because if you don't have an IPTV service or you don't have a Debrid type service, it's very difficult to find good streams. So you've got to have those first and second and third backups, because you can't count on just one. You got to have multiple redundancies to make sure that things work right. So he did a good job of trying to do that, and I understood. And I tried to. That video was a showcase. It was 30 minutes long, and he says, "Oh, you forgot to show this. You should have looked this out." Like, man, I was at 30 minutes. But I could have showed it for another 30 minutes looking at different stuff. But I had to say, all right, let's cut it here. And I put that in CokeScope. And anybody that y'all follow me on CokeScope, I have posted 5 or 6 videos in the last week. Something like that. Different builds that I showcased. Builder said, "Hey, would you showcase this work that I've done?" Sure. And I went and did it. And some of the reasons I'm using Cocoscope, folks, is YouTube. They're tough. They're tough on a lot of stuff. I mean, Albin's been on a show where the show was cut off.
Yeah.
You remember when we were doing a show and all of a sudden, show was stopped, like midstream.
Yeah.
Don't even know why. It just stopped. And YouTube doesn't apologize on stuff like that because it's their platform. They can do what they want. And so if I want to show certain stuff, I had to go somewhere else to show that stuff. And so Cocoscope has given me that platform to truly show some features. And that's why I went that way. Plus, I'm not worried about the money part of it. I could go through donations and members, and I can add all that stuff to Cocoscope. But as you guys know, with even my YouTube, I don't have members on this. I don't have where people can donate, like on the whatever that. Okay, shoot, I can't remember the live chat where people can donate during the live shows. I know, because I feel like that's, and people can do it, and that's fine. But for me, I feel like that's me peddling for money to try to get to say somebody's name. You know, like you see someone donates $5 super chat. That's what it is. Someone donates $5 super chat. Oh, thank you, 619 for donating $5 to super chat. You know, it's I don't know. I feel like for me, it would be that I feel like I'm just peddling for it, and I don't want to do that. So that's
619. Thank you for coming on anyhow, and Fina. Okay. We're just happy you're here to say, hey.
Yep. Super chat. But it does a real good job. The Cocoscope is offering me a platform to show you guys stuff. I mean, they haven't showed an IPTV tonight. I actually, right before this show, I showed an IPTV that the people that run that said, hey, you know, here's a month subscription. Check this out. See what you think. It's a new service. Try it. I'm not a reseller. I didn't put an affiliate link in there. None of that. And I was like, okay. I tried it, and I was really happy with. I was impressed on the quality and the frames per second. So I was like, okay. And he said, if you like to, you know, do a video on it, you can. So I did one, and I tell people in the video. Yeah, I put it on Cocoscope, and I told people, hey, I'm not here as a reseller, but you know what? You can check it out, see what you think. Get a month, don't get a month. But, you know, here's some of the things. And they're hoping to add more features. And I'm like, okay. You know, that's all good. I don't want to be I'm trying not to. I don't want to be. I don't want to. I'm gonna try not to be every VPN and every IPTV, every one of them trying to, you know, peddle me off. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I tried their service. Plus, you got the big game on Sunday. I've been hit up numerous times from people saying, "Hey, where can I watch the game?" And I actually had some notes where I've been looking around about how to get it for free, and there is some free options. Look, hey Cobra, look, don't say it.
Question for you: have you with Cody 19? Have you tried the IPTV on that yet? Setting it up on anything?
Well, no. Because if it's an add-on, it's going to have to be rewritten.
Not an add-on. I'm just talking about, straight using.
Well, it would have to be an add-on if you use it in 19, because in 19 would only be add-ons. So if you can install it as an Android, you know, that's going to be an APK. That doesn't change.
Right.
So that's it. So far, nobody's written that. I know that a few people working on that. I know Blue, there is Slamaless is working on.
Yeah, Roger's doing what I was talking about. Using a simple IPTV client.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Have you tried it in 19? Did you try it in 19, Roger?
So well, see, simple IPTV client is a Kodi. That is actually from the Kodi repo and all. It's
right. That's why I was talking. If you tried that.
Yeah, I haven't.
19,
I've
'cause
I
I
messed
haven't
around with.
touched it yet.
Yeah, I've messed around with 19 just a little bit. But
Mhm,
there's been a few add-ons I've tried, like the Oath and a few others to see if they work in 19,
mhm.
and they did. So, but I I'm very hit and miss on messing with 19.
I still haven't gotten a chance to touch it because after last week with us discussing, the stuff there for Plex with the posters, I've been all up in that,
Yeah, yeah,
and
he's
so
like a
with my
crackhead
other,
over there.
yeah, I am. It's I need help. I need to create a group for people like me that just can't. Yeah, they're so addicted to these things.
Plexaholics.
Yeah, I really, it's bad. It's bad. Help me, people out there.
I iView guide, Alban. The iView
Yeah,
works in 18. I'm sure it's not ready for 19. Again, I haven't
yeah.
installed it. I actually used iView in that SSTV thing. I actually messed around with that, and
Hmm.
it was working. But iView is nice, but it's so hard to move from category to category for me.
Right. Yeah.
Whereas normally you just back up and go to the next
And then
folder.
go to
If
the
you're
next folder.
sports, entertainment, USA, UK.
And I don't even think iView allows you to even make favorites, right?
I I I think it does.
It
I
does?
think it does in the settings. You can go and add them to.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
pretty sure you can in the settings. You can turn it on. But
Hmm.
I messed around with iView. I hadn't seen it. I haven't used it in
Yes.
years, and I used it today, just
Uh-huh.
goofing around with it. So it's still there.
Hmm.
Renegades is still out too.
Okay.
IPTV or not IPTV. TV Guide viewer.
Yeah.
It's still out. So yeah, the Canuck Gal. I did my first Raspberry Pi project a week ago. Had to unplug it because it was making so much noise. Okay, it can be screws or it can be the fan. Now, if it has a fan on it, which I would suggest you to get one with a fan. The fan could be a little bit loose because that's the only thing that's gonna make noise is that fan.
Yeah.
So the fan could be loose or bad, and that's again, you're talking cents to fix that, or to buy a new fan and just mount it. Some are mounted in the case. Yeah, they're all on the case because the only thing that's going to be on the board is the heat sink. So most likely you can buy yourself a new fan and just swap it out, and that's what I think. Because my Raspberry Pis make no noise. I mean, I, I, I mean, I don't even want to say it's not
Hmm.
even that. It's
Yeah.
non-existent. What's the link for Cocoscope? Hold on a second
You
here.
got it?
Let me. Yeah, I can.
Do I get a page in there?
Yeah, I'll grab it. My channel, chock full of goodiness. Which is not hard. It's HTTPS www.cocoscope.com/thebutcher because I'm the first one there. So let me go ahead and post this in there for you guys. Easy to get to.
There you go.
Yep. Let's see. Asked about how's Kodi on a Raspberry Pi. Can run very well, depending on there's different versions that you can OpenELEC or LibreELEC. What's it?
Libra. Libra.
LibreELEC is the latest one that seems to get the most updates. Cobra says fast, and I know a lot of people. Griff, he only uses LibreELEC, if I'm
Raspberry?
not mistaken. Mm-hmm. So when somebody 619 says you don't need a fan, again, most people say that a fan is good to help with airflow. But if you don't overclock it, you can probably get away with not using a fan. I know one of my old ones, I didn't have a fan.
Yeah.
Once you overclock it, you do need
problems.
Yeah.
Sup, JJ?
Cobrask is I don't know about Cody Buntu. I have not seen that. I've actually not messed around with most of that. I did put Libre on one of my devices just to mess around with it, but I put it on an SD card, but it was like, I've got too many other things that I could use it. So it seemed kind of pointless. Steve says, I generally use Kodi just as a player for my torrents on the Android box, which, that can work very well. And I actually, especially if you link some your Debrid and our premiumize, it's really easy to pull those links.
Yeah.
Roger, good suggestion.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about a Raspberry Pi, guys. With a Raspberry Pi, you can have umpteenth number of setups for your Raspberry Pi. It can be a completely every setup can be different. The only difference is the micro SD card. The micro SD card that you put on it, and whatever OS and what setup you put on that micro SD card that you plug into the Raspberry Pi, boom, it's a new device. From a retro device to a Plex server to a Kodi setup to Pi-hole, where people talk about using it as a VPN, or what I was talking about earlier, using it for my ambient lighting, using it to control the lights. And the thing about it is I can plug in that SD card, micro SD card, run whatever, and let's say I'm ready to play some of my games, take that SD card out, put my retro gaming card in there, boot it up. Now I'm playing it's my retro setup. So that is the neatest thing about it, because it's not really on the hard drive. The hard drive is the micro SD card. Yeah. So and you can buy them so cheap, folks, so cheap. A Raspberry Pi 3B Plus is a great device. Now, Raspberry Pi 4 is out. So if you wanted the newest, you could. Raspberry Pi 4 also gives you the option of more RAM and a little bit better processor. So it does give you those options, but you can go buy a Raspberry Pi 3B Plus and you'll be golden. So maybe something to check into.
Did you ever get that upgrade?
The what?
The Red is asking if you ever got that upgrade from Orion.
Yes, I did. I did get. It took them a day or day and a half, and I finally did get for Orion. I need to do some tests on and off, ones with Orion, without. On initial test, I didn't see. Oh my Lord! Look how fast that is. I did notice that it seemed like I got more links, but it wasn't. I was expecting instant results, that they were cached results. So I felt like I was going to get like all my results in like 5 seconds because they're already cached, which it didn't happen like that. But I did seem to get more results when I was using it, but not day and night extra. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I did see. So I haven't done a apples to apples comparison, but I don't know. I bought it just for the month. Would I go and buy it for more months? Not yet. I wouldn't yet. And actually, it's only set up on one of my portables on my computer. I didn't even set it up on the Shield, so to give it real, true tests. But I haven't really watched anything all week except for the movies we had to watch last week. I haven't watched any movies or TV. So,
well, that's you.
Yeah. Some people got to see. It's somebody like you that needs to go and pay for a subscription to Orion, and then you could test it. But we can't get you off the Plex. We can't get you off the Plex pipe. You on that Plex pipe.
You just tell me you need these things done, and then I'll.
He's like, we get you.
I always still got something to watch.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Libra Elect. Do a little search. You can do a Google thing, and you're gonna find it's easy. And Canuck Gal is correct. Raspberry Pi has 2 ports.
Well,
It can do dual monitors even. So there is some benefits to the 4. You can go all the way up to 4 gigs of RAM, or was it 8 gigs? I think it's either 8 or 6 because I got 4 and it's not the top model.
Mhm.
But then when you start getting to that extra RAM, the price jumps up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I did find Roger mentioned OpenElect. The problem with OpenElect, I found that they were slow on their updates when Kodi would upgrade to their next version. OpenElect was always slow and LibreElect seemed to be more peppy. The updates would come a whole lot quicker.
Yeah.
Seemed like to me. So I know when the last time I was using LibreElect, that was the one we tended to go with because it got more updates. So yeah, Canuck Gal says 8 gigs is the highest you can go on the Raspberry Pi 4. But do you need 8 gigs on what you're doing with that? That 4 gigs on my Retro Pi setup ran fine. I mean, I played all kinds of games. So, hey DJ, what's up? What's up? So, let's see some of the other topics that we were going to talk about. Super Bowl. Now, Alban, do you watch the Super Bowl?
Listen, unfortunately, I gave up football after people started, not standing for my national anthem. I have a problem with that, I hang out with too many vets for that, But I used to like football, but I was a Jet fan, so not like okay. So my pain, okay. So
the pain that continues to just
every
year.
They're
like, we're going to be at something this year.
Yep. No, we're not. No, give away the best picks and.
Give away the best picks. Give away your players.
Yep.
You start doing something and just
flop.
Yeah, it's almost like it's almost like you're. I don't want to say tanking because they've talked about the NFL is a little bit different than NBA.
Yeah.
In how tanking works or doesn't work, and the Jets seem to struggle. So I've never been a Jets fan. The 2 teams for me would have been the Seahawks and the Panthers are my 2 teams that I pull for because I lived in those areas. Even though I lived in Michigan at some point for a good part of my life, I lived in Michigan. I'm not a Detroit fan. No Detroit teams interest me at all. Just something about it. But the Seahawks, I did like them. Maybe when I was a kid, I think I was 13, I saw my first football game. There in the Kingdom there in Seattle. I saw my first game there, and that was like, wow. Even though we were like 2 rows from the ceiling. But that was I loved it. So 619.
But I normally would used to watch the game. I don't know if I'll watch this year. It's like halftime doesn't excite me anymore.
Well, that's because you like me. Is a lot of times we don't even know who the hell these people are.
Right? Yeah. I'm old now, I guess.
We don't have when they remember they had the Who and the Rolling Stones of yours.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. Now it's like, who's that? And then they'll always bring on some special guests, and I'm like, I definitely know who the hell they are.
Yeah. Right.
What's up, Noir?
Talk to the special guests. Here I am.
Yeah,
I know. That's all we need to do.
How you doing, brother?
So I see some people. Redneck. He's the Steelers fan. Stewart is a Packers fan. Michael. All right, so he's a Chiefs fan. So he's happy. DeBeach understands why you quit watching.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, a lot of people understand. But I was going. The reason I bring that up is so I've had a lot of people message me or ask in my group about
Mhm.
the football. So a couple places you're going to be if you would like to watch it for free. And I saw the post that said the CBS Sports app and the NFL app will stream it will let you watch it for free. Now that's not the CBS TV app or
Okay.
CBS Plus app. There is a CBS streaming app. It's
Uh-huh.
not that. It was their sports app.
The sports app.
Said you could watch it for free without a subscription because I know that some of that stuff, maybe the ESPN, it'll want you to put in your TV provider. Spectrum, Cox,
Yeah.
Dodgers,
Yeah. Verizon. Yeah.
whoever. And it wants to know that to see if you have cable TV, and then it'll let you watch it like ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
But this is supposed to let you, the CBS Sports app and NFL app, where say they're going to let you watch it, stream it for free. It will not. We're supposedly not going to get 4K for the football. So
Right.
good night, Cobra.
Night.
But that's some options for you. Just about every add-on, is going to have it. I mean, there's going to be hundreds everywhere you look. So that's going to be available. So, Noir, now Noir, do you watch football? And I mean, American football?
I try not to. I've seen it. It's. I don't even watch the English version, which is called rugby, where you pick the ball up and you run with it like it's your fucking baby.
Yeah.
Every end of the pitch. You take care of that motherfucker.
Yeah, I give those guys credit. I really do.
But we don't wear like crash helmets or shoulder pads and that. But yeah, it's a stop-start game. I don't like it. It's like stop.
Well, that's true. It's true because your football, or what we call soccer, is a nonstop sport. I mean, you've got to be in some physical condition.
Yep.
To do soccer or football. I mean, it's you're running the whole time. I remember my brother played it when we were like in middle school, and I was like, holy smokes! I mean, I liked football. I played football and I liked it, but I didn't ever get into soccer. I just like, ooh, that's a lot of running.
Yeah, they are more finely tuned athletes, and everyone in this country, everyone says, why do they get paid so much money? Like, why don't their health service get paid more? But football, American football, soccer, it's a business. It's not a sport. It's a business. Right. You pay your employees the top whack wage on their performance level as to where you are in the business world.
Right.
And people don't understand that.
Oh, I do. It drives me crazy.
Nurses don't get paid that much. Well, maybe nurses should learn football a bit better. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you can't.
Well, I do think that it, because it is big business, so it's the team and the owners are making, so they feel like, well, they're making so much, so that the money has to go down, or be distributed.
Nothing goes down to the fans that are paying so much for everything. It's not right. It's not. I can't enjoy that. You go to a game and you're spending so much.
Yeah.
It's not right that look what they charge for a beer at a game. Is that right? No,
it's not right. And then they wonder why people find free streams on Kodi, like they're sitting at home in their luxury, and they're all fucking happy. Fuck you, NFL. Fuck you. Yeah. We're all good.
Yeah. I think it's a big business. Hey, if we want to talk about sports, let me ask a question of sports, since we're on the topic of sports. So we're talking streaming, but so what is your thoughts on these now NBA players are doing it, and the NFL are doing it now to a degree, where these players are able to basically bully their way out of their contract. Hey, Mandy.
Hello, boys.
How you doing?
So, what is your thoughts on that? And I'll use, or if you watch NBA, who was it out of Houston? Beard guy.
Yeah, he just went to New York, right? Brooklyn.
Yeah, I went to Brooklyn.
Yeah, I know who you mean. I see his face.
Hardaway.
Yeah.
No, is it Hardaway?
Hardaway.
Harden. Harden wanted out of Houston.
Harden was on your way.
Yeah, I mean, so to me, it does bother me in a way that people sign a contract for a team. And James Harden. Thank you, Redneck. Thank you. My brain, I was like,
spit it out one way or the other.
It bothers me that people sign a contract for a certain amount of money for a certain number of years because they want that certain number of years. Because what if I get hurt? Then I still want to get paid, right? Because that's why they signed a contract for 5 years. 5 years, I want to make this much money. Even if I don't play, I get paid this amount. You know, I get it.
Yeah.
But then go 1, 2, however many years into their contract, they're like, well, wait a minute. I'm not really happy with this team, and I could make more. So I'm going to bully my way out of this situation so that I can make it. And it's like, wait a minute. So you don't have to actually honor the contract unless it's in your favor.
Can I just say, I think you'll find it's the player's agent that calls all the shots. Where they're going to
but ultimately though it's the player though is the one signing the contract, right? The agents are just making the deals.
The agent needs the money. The agent will decide where his players can be suited to where they
you're gonna, of course the agent's gonna be whispering
taking
in your
their
ear that, hey, but the thing is that when you say you want to me it's like you want your cake and eat it too. If you want to say, you know what, I want to decide that next year you're going to decide how much I'm worth because I played so well that I'm going to sign a new contract because I did so well. I'll be able to get a new contract. And if I don't like this team, I'll go somewhere else. They want that, but they don't. They're like, no, I want a 5-year contract where I'm guaranteed $120 million or whatever it is. So that if I get hurt, I get paid. But then after a year or two, I could be making more, or I really don't like the team. I don't like my players. I don't like the coach or whatever. So I can still leave. It's like, how can you have your cake and eat it too?
Right. I know.
Wait, a lot of the contracts have a lot of bonus money padded on too, right?
Oh,
based on their performance and whatnot.
Well, yeah. But it's like if I sign a contract that says, hey, I'm going to work for this company for 5 years. And then I sign a contract. I'm going to work for you for 5 years. And then I say, you know what? It's been 2 years. I'm really not feeling it here. I'd like to leave.
Yeah.
That contract is going to have stipulations about what I owe back and all, there's
how much they're going to take. Yeah.
But it's like athletes. It's like, oh no, the contract we can, he's
acting up. Paper.
Yep.
Yeah. He wants to go to another team. So we're just going to trade him. And I understand the player can not play hard or what. It's like, wait a minute.
And that's what drives me crazy. It's like these guys, you have to worry about how you're going to hit somebody. You got this story about that to worry. It's not a game to me. Not a game. I want him to go out there and kill the guy. You know what I mean? I'm sorry.
Give me my blood.
Give me my money first. You know what I mean? I want the guy to go out there and kill him. It's like, what was that movie with Burt Reynolds in jail playing football?
The Longest Yard or something, isn't it?
Yard, yeah. I would love to have money to make up my own team like that because I want guys that are going to kill the guys out there.
Yeah. I don't know. So I mean, since we're not talking about stream, we're talking about sports. So I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on? I mean, do you think you're seeing it more and more, just like you saw Stafford? If you guys are football fans, Stafford, Stafford wanted out of Detroit,
Mm-hmm.
really wanted out of here. And now he did play for Detroit, and I don't know how long his contract was still valid for, but then he left and went somewhere else. Or he got traded, and they did a swap between him and the guy out of the Rams. So I don't know. I just feel like it's like if I sign a contract, I'm stuck on that contract. But it's some other people ain't.
Mm-hmm.
Like that don't make no damn sense. No,
It's
I
like
don't know. I was just
you're stuck on doing the beef all week. Where you want
yeah.
I haven't done a chicken for weeks.
I haven't done a chicken in a week. That's a different show. That's a different show.
I want to spatchcock a chicken.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not spatchcotching no chicken. No,
It's
we're not
the
doing
stuffing up there. Mandy knows what stuffing is. Mandy, a bit of stuffing up chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, I stuff all sorts of things, honey.
Yeah, that's your fans only page. We're all
yeah. Hey, we'll put the link in the show notes. We'll have Mandy's link in there.
We're only
Hey DJ, how's it going?
How you going, Dabs? You all right? How's everybody else?
How you doing?
How you doing, Auburn?
Good.
All right, man.
How you doing, Lee?
You're all right, geezer.
I'm all right, geezer. How you doing, Mandy? You're right.
Yeah, I'm hanging in there.
So Mandy, what you been up to? You still digging out snow?
Well, actually, it's been mild. It hasn't been that bad as far as snow wise. We're about on average,
Okay.
which works for me. So
Yeah.
we're getting a storm tonight, snow squalls and whatnot. So did my grocery shopping.
UK's
it
getting
busy?
some snow this weekend.
Who is?
Two snowflakes and you guys freak out.
No, the North's getting it first.
No,
I'm down south. So Dougie's getting like coked out. Is it Sunday? I think, and I think we're due it Monday morning.
a bit of frost and we come to a standstill in the UK.
Yeah, it's terrible. Isn't it?
Everything stops. Oh my God, there's snow. Look.
It is embarrassing. Like we used to like Canadians like ploughing like through 10-foot walls like of roadside, and you see like us get a little dusted. A BMW stuck in holding up the whole country.
Let's just say you watch in Canada. You got to watch Tokyo Drift at least 10 times so you can get around the corners. You just swing that backside around and keep on going.
Yeah. Speaking of fans only, swing that backside around. Yeah, we're all over this. We're all over this.
It's 50% discount, I believe, in February. As it's a short month from Valentine's, I think.
Oh, I don't give nothing out for free.
No trials. No
Nope.
free trials. So like see Eddie, who lives up in Canada, 10 inches overnight.
10 inches overnight. Oh God.
Inches.
Oh.
Man,
Yeah.
shut it.
Auburn won't leave his place.
Not leaving my house. Nope. Not doing it.
One of the things I was
Don't
going to
talk
mention,
inches in front of Mandy.
if on the streaming matter stuff, if you guys are looking for some Fire Sticks, I saw that Fire Sticks are on sale. The light is $22. The regular stick is $30. The 4K stick is $40, and the cube is $105, which is not your Black Friday or your Amazon big sale prices. But if you're
Prime days.
looking for one of those prices, it is a little bit of a drop in price on some of those. So not a bad deal. All right. So I'm sorry.
What else is going on in on the Cody side? Not the Cody side, the streaming side that we've been missing out on. Because I know that we haven't talked much about the cord cutting stuff.
Yeah, I've went through my notes for the last 3 shows and I never get to it.
I'm going to make
I
sure
did-
you do this week because
yeah. Thank you,
a lot
Alvin.
of us always,
he-
get some good info on that.
Look at he's like throwing me a little softball there.
Yeah.
So I did see that Sling TV has went up on their price again. And remember, we've talked about this numerous times on the show, you guys, that people think, like when Tyler the antenna guy was on, we talked about the locals wanting more money for their channels because companies own big globs of their channels, and they're like, all right, we want more money. And the end of the day, they pretty much get that money. Well, and what I've said, that's going to trickle down. You see, YouTube has gone up in price. So Sling TV is going up in price. So all these cord cutting options that you think you're saving money because you're not paying Spectrum or Cox or whoever your cable companies, you're not paying. I'm like, but I'm paying YouTube TV now. YouTube is what, $65 or $69 a month. So you've got to be careful because you think you're saving money, but all you're doing is just paying 6 or 7 other people a little bit at a time
for 1 or 2 channels.
It's a rip-off. It's a rip-off if you like go back and rip-off. Like you want Disney Channel, you want Netflix, you want that channel, but you don't pay your normal bill. You're better off paying a normal bill, getting it like included, like for an extra, rather than the $7 a month subscription, $1.50 in your package. It's a rip-off.
Yeah, it's getting to be pretty
I'm
common.
I'm with Red out there because just like he says, IPTV affordable. That's how I feel. I pay for my IPTV. It's worth it. Get more channels than anyone else. And I still have my other sources too.
Yeah, and that's why for people like me, I've got a couple. I tried to have a couple because it's like, if one goes down and it's at a cost that's the cost
not going to kill you in the end.
Small.
Right.
I mean, pretty small.
It does go.
And even if you're a person that's getting, let's say 4 or 5 connections, you're going to spend unless you're going with some crazy service, 5 connections, maybe you're paying $25 a month on some of the higher end. Now some services are less than that, of course, but you can go with a couple services. You can be $40 into it, have 2 to 3 services.
Yeah.
And guess what? You've got a little bit of wiggle room in case one's not acting up or a channel's not, you want to watch a certain channel and it's looping.
Yeah.
You can jump over to that other service. So I've
when you say looping, why do they loop? What do you know the answer to that? On why
your end or it could be their end. It could.
Yeah, it could be, but sometimes all right, so how IPTV works, and I may not be exact on this, but this is my understanding of how this works. You've got your source, where it's coming from. Okay, so that could be a cable box, satellite box, or even somebody receiving it. And then it's uploaded to a server. That particular channel, let's say ABC. And it goes to that server. Now that server, depending on how big that server is, it can handle X amount of customers locking into it. So what happens, and now you can have multiple servers all mirroring that same channel, so you can have more customers, of course. But so that signal goes up and gets on that server. That's where sometimes a channel will loop. It's like a little skip, and it needs to just be reset so that the signal goes out to everybody correct. So that's my understanding from when you see that loop, because it's coming from the server usually, and it just loops the same 10 seconds or 15 seconds.
Okay.
Because the server that's holding almost like a DVR. It's
right.
DVR that. The DVR is skipping. And it just needs to be reset. And once it's reset, then usually you've lost some time. So now the current, and that's why I'm over the air for local. I can see stuff before cable TV people or the satellite people see it.
Right.
When it comes directly from my thing. Now, if you have an IPTV service,
yes,
you might be a minute or a minute and a half behind what
Mhm.
I saw.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think of who we were watching something, and I was watching it on here off antenna. It was one of the football games, and I'm like, "Oh, we scored!" And he's like, "Don't say that. I'm still in commercial. They haven't even come back off a commercial yet."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, okay, all right." Now, like,
Sorry.
So, Todd, you say that in this country, right? If you have antenna TV, digital for an antenna,
Mhm.
and you have your next door neighbour's got cable TV, i.e., a Sky, whatever.
Mhm.
Antenna TV is quicker at producing the picture.
Mhm.
So it's annoying. Like, so your neighbour that's got free TV hears it before you do. Like, you hear the cheer. Fuckers.
Yeah. Well, then you got to think. You got
paying £80 a month for this, and you got it first with your free antenna.
well, hey, we've tried showing you on this show how to get
Yeah.
it for free.
Yeah.
And yeah, you stick your Cody on, and sometimes Cody can be spot on. Sometimes in time.
Sometimes.
I've never noticed more than a 1.5 minute delay in any matches or any games, whether it be NHL, NFL, NBA, whatever. But that suits me. All you do is stay off social media and just watch the game.
Redneck did post a thing over here about refresh your channels, and that can help sometimes.
Yeah.
That can usually if you have a client on your
That's for your
app.
IPTV.
Yeah, you can refresh, and that sometimes works. But I know that for us with over-the-air antenna and over-the-air signals, I mean, you get, and it's a lot better picture.
Yeah.
Than even with people getting cable TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Hey, GoPro Donnie wants to know, is Lee drunk or is he always like that? He looks wobbly at all the time.
I'm not this every day.
He's like that every day, and then he'll walk around here. He'll get something to drink, then he'll go get something to eat, maybe something to smoke. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got to be at work in 8 hours time.
Oh, bro, man, you better not stay up too late.
No, I never do. 6 hours sleep. That's all I need.
Yeah. Well, I had to work last night. I got 2 hours sleep, then went into work. I had to help at another store. Work 6 hours, hour to work, hour home, which sucked. That was the biggest part. Then got home.
That's because you wasn't doing chicken today. You're still doing like beef.
Yeah, I wish it. And then so I got myself a 2 hour nap. I got a little quickie nap, and I was like, I'm ready to go now. It's because I got to sleep tonight, so because I got to be at work in the morning. So, huh?
Yeah, I'm saying, do you have to work tomorrow?
Yeah, I got to be there. I think 5 tomorrow. I better go check my schedule. I made it.
Tomorrow, do we have UFC tomorrow? Yeah, I believe so, right?
I don't know about UFC. I know that Duke Carolina play tomorrow.
Oh.
That's what I know.
Go Blue Devils.
Manchester United.
I'm kicking her off the show. That's it. That's it.
It's Manchester United tomorrow night, 8 p.m.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Blue and I were talking today, and I said, are you and your family watching the Super Bowl tomorrow or Sunday? She goes, no. I'm like, you're not watching the Super Bowl? She goes, no. She goes, does that mean that we're going to be watching it when you're living there, when you're living here? I'm like, hell yeah. I said, anything American, we're doing it.
She didn't know that was coming?
Yeah, she's like, okay, we can have a party for that. I said, yep. I said, anything American. I mean, American Thanksgiving, we're having it. We're when Duke and Carolina.
Okay, so we're gonna have to mark this down now, because you know me, and in 2 years' time, I'm gonna say, oh, we're gonna be watching the Super Bowl this year, and you're gonna be like, no, I'm gonna go outside,
dig some snow.
Dig some snow.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not. There's more, just like you guys. Well, like if your team is in it, you care more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't give a two rats asses. Pittsburgh's not in it. I'm done. I quit watching it the day they got kicked out.
Yeah, I enjoy a good game, and even though I hate Tom Brady, I mean, we're seeing probably the greatest quarterback of all times.
This better be his last one. That's all I got to say.
He's got a 2-year contract, but that doesn't
Well,
mean
somebody
nothing.
take him out at the knees then. Come on now. Take that man out.
Yeah.
Put him out the pasture.
Yeah.
Roger, look at Roger's already looking. There was a bare knuckle fight tonight.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
bare knuckle
yeah,
fight
that's
tonight.
right. Yeah, yeah.
So if you have a good service, you might bare knuckle fights. That is
Yeah, that's on my IPTV too.
that's pretty tough. Why? If you watched any of the bare knuckles?
Oh yeah, yeah. That stuff is crazy.
Yeah, there's not a lot of that. I mean, you don't get.
Have you watched a movie called Snatch with Brad Pitt?
Snatch. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the bare knuckle,
Oh, yeah.
bare knuckle fighting movie.
No, are you thinking Fight Night? No, I mean
No, it's called Snatch.
I know the movie Snatch, but
Yeah,
wasn't that with
It's a British movie. It's a British
oh,
movie.
British one. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Brad Pitt's in it.
Jason,
Does he get punched?
Jason Statham
He
is
gets
as well.
yeah,
isn't he?
Jason Statham.
Jason
Ah.
Statham, I
Yeah,
can
he
see.
knows. See?
Brad Pitt, I can't, but
Ah,
I know
Yeah.
I've seen the movie because I know I have the movie. I had to have seen it.
It's
yeah.
hilarious.
Well,
Doug, it's hilarious, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it is. It is a good film.
It's a security door.
Crazy Canuck says, I only use Cody with RD, no other paid subs. Cody, and that's fine as long as you're not trying to watch live TV.
Yeah.
Us that want to watch and it's really sports. I
Only
mean, because
sports, yeah.
who cares if you watch The
Yeah.
Walking Dead the next day? I
The
mean,
next
I don't.
day or a couple hours later.
Yeah, all right, but yeah, it's the live sports that get you.
Yeah.
What's up, Kara?
Hey.
Nice to see you, my dear. JJ says, Dabs, you will have hockey to your heart's content. Yeah, well, and
Yeah. Hey.
Blue's not a big sports fan, so I mean, she'll watch it.
I think that's going to change a little bit.
Yeah, that would change. Well, when I was there last year, it was March that I was there last year, and so any of you guys that NCAA basketball, March Madness starts, and I'm a Carolina fan, so UNC was playing, and we had to watch a couple of the games when I was there, and she watched it, and I'm one of those. I'm a fan that when my team isn't doing well, I pace the floor, I'm pacing, and then I'm like coaching. I'm like, this, what are you doing? Trying to tell the players what to do, and move the ball, and I'm trying to. And she just kind of giggles. She's like, "You're acting." I'm like, you got to talk to the players. And I said, the coach, he's not listening. Why are the team walking? Why are we walking the ball up court? We're we pace, keep the pace. So it's all good.
I know exactly where you're coming from.
Yeah, that's usually but Duke Carolina. Usually I have some people over. We usually watch the game here. Look at the Rangers. Yeah, usually I have people over for the Duke Carolina game. And but I'm not planning anything for tomorrow. Because Charles is a Duke fan. I'm a Carolina fan. My best friend is a Duke fan.
We're not allowed anyone over.
See this? What Canuck gal just put out there about headless Cody?
No,
I've never heard of that.
Heard of what, Cody?
headless Cody.
Headless.
No, never heard of it.
That sounds like something that Mid would be talking about. I swear I've seen headless Cody in him and something about him mentioning it.
Wow.
Look at redneck, NASCAR country. I used to really love NASCAR.
I know. What happened with you with that?
I don't know. I hated it when they started breaking up all the races. Like a race is like now 4 segments or 3 segments or some crap. I don't know. I know that they try to keep bunching people up. And Tony Stewart, he was my driver. And,
Yeah.
I mean, I still like Kyle Busch, but I don't know. It's lost its love. But I still, if I had a chance to go drive the NASCAR experience again and drive a car again, I would. Because that's different.
All right.
It's different. That's different when you get.
Don't go right.
You get in there, and do a couple of G's,
It's an amazing feeling.
Todd, you still got a personal plate on your car?
A what?
The personal license plate.
Oh yeah.
You still got it?
Oh yeah.
You're not still that. You still got Toyota? Was it a Toyota?
No, I got a Honda. Yeah, I'm still driving. I still drive around with the Butcher. That's on my plates.
Yeah, I've seen that.
yeah, I don't mind.
3 years ago.
I pay the extra. I pay the extra charge just so I can have my vanity plate. No shame in that game. I've got to figure out how much it's going to cost me to have a vanity plate in Canada, though.
Yeah, times it by 4.
It's going to be $1 million. Okay.
Well, it depends on once you convert it. It's not quite as expensive.
I know that
it's like about $200, I think. 150 to $200, something around there.
Okay.
Hey, Kara. Yes, Kara. I have the Butcher plates. The Butcher is on my license plate.
Because regular plates up north is like $60 a year, and then you get the choice of 1 or 2 years when you get your sticker.
Yeah, I think I pay about. Well, my taxes and my license plate are all together, but it's a little over $100 for taxes and my plates. So
And if
I want to say Diesel said he paid he said it was a few.
He's down south. He's down south. He's considered in the southern.
Yeah.
It's right below us. That it's
the
cutoff for the north to the south. So.
Oh, okay, because I know he was talking like hundreds of dollars.
Yeah. Plus, you have to have your carbon environmental testing done every year, and
your emissions.
Yeah, the emissions. Yeah, you have to have that done down south. Up here, you don't. Too many trees.
$350 for some plates.
Plates.
Octavia, where is $350 for some plates? Good, is that California or something?
Oh,
jeez Louise.
That's nuts.
We don't pay for them, do we, Lee? We only pay for plates if we want a private plate.
Yeah, a private plate. It depends what the plate is. Like your obscure ones, you spend about £500,000 on a number plate, can't you?
Oh yeah. But like I say, we don't pay for our normal plate. It come when we actually purchase the car. It comes with a number plate, and that's it.
Yeah, it's 300.
You still got to pay
310.
for the plate,
We don't have to pay yearly for that plate.
No.
Yeah, we pay every year.
We don't.
Yeah, and for us, emissions is separate.
Do you pay like a separate tax on top of your plate per year due to the size of your car engine?
Yes.
So on top of that, plus your car insurance.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Insurance and all that. That's why I ride a bike.
So we're better off then, D.
See, you guys got it made. So Octavia, when she was talking about the 350, she was in Cali. Yeah, California is.
Yeah.
Again, that's like Canada. Everything's more expensive. Yeah, $50 for a private plate, which ain't bad if you think about it. $50 and up.
$310 in Ontario to convert a regular plate to a personalized plate.
So $350 more.
Well, you get your plate, and then it's another $310 to get it converted to a personalized one.
All right, that's all right. I'm
saving.
Saying, well, I worked overtime today. I think I'm okay. I worked overtime. I'll set that money aside, so I got so I can get my DeButcher.
And if anybody wants to make some money quick, just go get those plates and make that.
Hey, how much is it worth it for you, Todd?
That's what a real New Yorker would do to someone,
Yeah, hey, that's like when somebody when someone takes your web address.
Oh,
it's like you want to buy
the
that
domain.
web address. Yeah,
you want that domain? He's gonna cash it.
Oh my god!
But the nice thing is, once you buy a car, you get your safety done, and that's it. You don't have to do a safety every year up here.
What happens when you want to move you get a different car and you want to put those plates on that car?
You have to go get new plates.
You have to get new plates again.
Mm-hmm. And get the safety. Do the safety, get your plates, and throw your insurance on it.
Yeah, because like different cars have number plate mounts in different places, so like a Honda plate wouldn't fit. 'Cause normally Hondas have theirs on the side rather than the center, like most Japanese cars do. So then your plate holes won't line up with new ones.
One plate fits all here.
Yeah.
What do you stick yours? Do you stick them?
No, they're screwed on.
Screws.
Yeah, but you can't screw one unless you get drill holes in your brand new bumper of your brand new car.
They have holes already in it.
Our plates aren't
already on there.
long.
Yeah, which I'm saying, like a number plate from a Honda won't line up with one on a Ford.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
they do.
The holder doesn't matter the car. The holder, as long as the holder's the same.
Well, so all US cars have got a standard fixture, like.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
All right. Okay. We don't see that.
We don't have 4-foot long plates like you guys.
We don't have subway plates.
Yeah, 4-foot long plates on those itty bitty cars.
Right.
That's a family car.
Plates as long as my street sign. You know what I mean?
Well, and it's like that is funny when you look at the cars there in the UK and they're like, "Oh, that's a family sedan." I'm like, "What?
That's a roller skate."
Yeah.
It's like I could maybe put my left foot in there, maybe, maybe my big toe off my right. And you don't see minivans. There's like no minivans over there.
Nope.
I was like, "What do you people do with your kids? Strapped to the roof?"
Hey, do you guys have SUVs?
Yeah, loads.
Of course, you have SUVs.
Yeah, lots of SUVs. Pickup trucks are an oddity, though.
Okay,
like a Ford, like a 150 or something.
Because you see these people driving those.
Mandy uses them as them little finger skateboards you get off Amazon.
I see some of those. Those what's it? That Cadillac. What's it? The Yukon. What's it? The Yukon.
Escalade.
The Escalade and
Cadillac is the Escalade.
The Lincoln
Yukon is the Chevy.
And they're like
GMC.
humongous. I'm like, who the heck wants to drive that big thing?
Well, it depends if you're carrying heavy stuff around, you know.
No, you're not carrying around heavy stuff in no Escalade. Okay, unless you can fit a lot of people in there comfortably, and you can still carry stuff.
Luggage, yeah.
Luxury, you know what I mean? It's more luxury than anything else.
Yeah, and you see them think. I mean, they're
they use
Suburbans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's like that's a bus there in the UK.
Oh yeah,
yeah, double decker.
Yep.
I work for an American company.
Fix or repair daily.
Yeah, and we're the biggest.
First on race day.
Biggest franchise dealership in the world. There you go.
Peter's right. I forgot about Land Rover. Yeah, so
yeah.
That's the UK version of a Jeep.
Made in the UK, the Land Rover.
Yeah. Canuck says if you have snow tires, you get a reduction on your insurance premiums. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we got some big vehicles. So yeah.
it's.
Your country is completely different, isn't it? You got big, wide open spaces where in the UK there isn't massive, wide open spaces. So we don't need vehicles like flipping big, massive dumper trucks.
You got roundabouts everywhere.
Especially when you're going to have a two-way street with cars parked either side, isn't it, Dave?
Oh, God, that's a nightmare, that is.
That's like parking here in the wintertime. It's like dodge.
I'm in New York. If you'd see what parking is like in the city, because when I used to work in the city, I drove my motorcycle in, thank God, and I was lucky enough I was able to, park near my my office, and I was able to see my bike from my office window. But it would be like people would be out there, waiting hours to be able to park. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because they didn't want to pay for a parking garage because the parking garages It's
Mine's a
ridiculous.
mortgage.
It is. You know,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to sit there and tell someone, oh well, you know, you want to park in this garage, you know, $25 for, you know, 25 minutes. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. You need to take a mortgage on out. You know.
Mhm.
But and they park so tight down there. It's like, you know, you come out and it's like, how in the world are these people getting out? You know, getting their cars out of these spots? It's hilarious.
It's like parking in Toronto, man.
Yeah.
You're better off parking out in like Scarborough and jumping on the train and going in.
Yeah, that's why cars have bumpers though, for you to bump off them. They're not called bumpers for nothing.
Yeah, well,
That's what you get in the fair.
had you guys drive out there, you know, bumper cars. That's what the cars look like, bumper cars. They're these tiny little things.
Exactly.
Hey,
Little Yaris's everywhere.
stop picking on my car.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry.
My car's quick, but I can't drive quick nowhere because I'm always my maximum speed to and from work is 20 miles an hour. That's my traveling speed. I'm just
Why?
Well, yeah, why?
Is it a lot of stop signs, lights, or?
I live quite close to London, like it's like
Oh.
a massive town, and you can't travel anywhere quick. So if I move like up to north of England or south of England, where you got the open country, you could cover like 10 miles in 5 minutes. I can like do that 2.
But what about times of day? You
At
know,
the moment, because of lockdown, it's a lot better at the moment because there's no school runs in the morning, so it's a lot better on the roads.
Mhm.
And coming home's quite quick. But it used to like I could like do 6-mile journey could take me up to an hour.
Well, that happens coming out from Manhattan, because when I would leave work from Manhattan to try to get home, it's just unbelievable how long it take. It could easily take me almost 3 hours to get home.
Yeah,
This-
Because of things like the Bell Parkway and stuff. It's just
you get
ridiculous.
gridlock in the centre.
Yeah.
I thought it took me an hour and 20 minutes to get home today because there was a wreck on the highway, and it about drove me crazy. Because I don't usually, I drive 30 to 45 minutes to and from work, but then I had to go to a different place today, which was all the way in Raleigh. So when I was coming back, I had to take the interstate all the way, and all of a sudden my navigation said red, showed that red in front of me. I'm like,
Red
oh,
line. You're like, shit. Detours.
So yeah, I had to get to a certain point before I could get off and try to detour around. Yeah, it's terrible. I was like, I couldn't do this every day.
Then he pulled off, and Petey Pablo come on, and all hell broke loose, and the fucking.
That's right. Don't let no Petey Pablo kick up. Do like a helicopter. Hey, you saw those moves, didn't you, Lee? You saw them.
I did. I've been watching and learning.
Yeah, you're getting ready for when he comes to the States. Got to be able to pull it off.
That's like, going around. What the fuck are you doing?
Like, all the girls watch Jennifer Grey in Dirty Dancing. They learn her moves, but everyone else watches Todd in the wedding video.
Yeah,
copyright that thing, Todd.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing you didn't watch the first version when I was at the wedding about 10 years ago. The first time I danced to that song.
Oh God.
Oh, I saw that one.
Yeah, that was without the shirt.
And a lot of alcohol.
Oh yeah, that was a fun night. Yeah, that was no shame in this game, baby. No shame.
Yeah.
Todd owns it.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, exactly. I own it. It is what it is. You don't like it? You shouldn't have said I do.
Keep on stepping.
Gave you lots of opportunities to not say I do. You had plenty of opportunities. So, hey, you in for the long haul now. So let's see. I was looking through. I don't see anybody. Blah blah blah.
Canuck Gal said we all should meet up. Where would it be?
Oh lordy! Well, in the middle of Atlantic Ocean, probably about.
Yeah, that's fair.
If it's in the States, right about Niagara Falls, probably.
That would be cool. You guys could get remarried there.
Nah.
No, once was enough.
Honestly,
No,
Niagara Falls is so overrated. It is not funny.
I still like taking the ride up there.
I mean, but I wouldn't do it again. Not that I'm like against, but it's like I did it, So
yeah, true. True.
It's I mean, I don't know. It's good. I mean, I'm fine with it, but I don't know if I'd want to go and do it again. I got out of it pretty cheap and all.
Yeah.
Sounds like another investment of money.
Yeah.
I'm trying to save up for some ambient lighting for my TV. I don't have money like that. And vanity plates.
Yeah, you're gonna get those vanities.
Yeah.
I'm saving up for the lights of my TV, but I've got either I get lights of TV or I get married.
Oh.
Decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I say TV, wedding,
Well, I've been engaged now since 1999.
Are you? What are you waiting for?
Straight up. I've been engaged since 1999. I've got 2 kids.
It's like Orb.
Yeah, I think it's something about being over there on the island.
See, they don't rush. They don't rush it over there. They just like live together and pop out kids and just keep on trucking.
Yeah, I might just I'll get lights first for the TV to see how it goes. If it gets a good reaction, like she smiles, maybe. It's a good sign, isn't it? It's a good sign.
Yeah, maybe we should maybe take the next step. We've got the lights together. Maybe get a rings.
Oh, rings, that's nothing. Oh,
Yeah, it gets more expensive all the time.
Go grab a couple nuts from work.
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
You're welcome.
He's on it. You can see.
He's like, wait a minute, that won't work. Tell her they're custom.
Yeah, leave them custom nuts alone.
His and her nuts.
Oh, Lee, you're not right. Hey, anybody that's in any of the Lee's groups, you need to be in there and see some of the pictures that Lee posts.
Oh.
No, you don't.
Lee's a special different kind of special.
Yeah.
Look, Octavia's not. I guess Octavia's not too excited about the trip to Niagara Falls.
We can wave. We always wave to each other across the water. It's about as close as we're going to be getting. Getting over the border.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead. We'll start. DJ, anything you want to before we roll out of here? Anything you want to talk about, or any projects you got going on? Sorry.
And we actually ending the show. God,
I know, right? All I asked for was some cord cutting news, and he's
I
getting
gave
rid of us
cord cut
again.
news. Hey,
He's getting rid of us again.
Cutting it short by half an hour this week.
That's why I came on this show, Todd. You give out the cord cutting news that we haven't gotten in almost a month.
I'm looking. Let me see. I gave you some cord cutting news there, sir. Hold on. Let me look at
one thing.
Shit's going up.
I haven't got anything at the minute. I've just literally got everything back.
Yeah, because you had a computer problem, didn't you?
Yeah,
right.
massive computer problem. Well, Windows just ended up buggering my iMac up. So, let's say, with their new update, the 20H2, and it just changed everything on my iMac. So I've had to start with a fresh 1903. Then it's upgraded it to 1909, and as long as I don't push the update, the 202H as compulsory, and it automatically installs, because before it was optional. And like I say, because it was optional, I didn't know it was going to do what it did, and
Mm-hmm.
So, and like you say, I've just left it there now. As long as Windows don't actually push that as an automatic update, I'll be fine.
That sounds cool.
Hey, all right. I'll let
No
you.
idea
I'll let.
what you're talking about.
I'm gonna put Alban in charge of the show while I go get my sandwich because
Oh,
Debs is
the
hungry.
sandwich?
Some
Sandwich.
sandwich. I'm gonna give me a
Sandwich.
sandwich. So I'm gonna let. So all right. So you guys continue
Okay.
on. I gotta
All
eat me something.
No pizza.
Like I have a list of
No pizza today.
The Cody. What are you having anyhow? What kind of a
Meatball
sandwich?
meatball.
Oh, do you make them
Charles
at work
gave me
or not?
some. Charles
so
gave me some
maybe-
meatballs that he had gotten from his family member. So this is
Oh.
like This is a three house.
He's
Three
passing
house
the balls
gift
around.
pack. So I'm
Uh-huh.
I'm now the more I think about it, it was his cousins, then to him, then to me.
Oh, it can't be that good. Hey,
I'm a little nervous now. Now you've got me nervous.
You're a freaking butcher. You have,
I
you
do.
can make the best
Yes,
sandwich in the
yes,
world and
yes.
come home with it.
And I have steaks in my freezer. I don't want to cook them. It's too late.
I can understand that. I can understand it. But you're still at work. You could make yourself a sandwich that's,
I could. I was actually cutting some ribeye today. I could have made me a ribeye sandwich.
You see? Don't you think about that kind of stuff before you come home?
No. Alban, when I'm at work, you know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about getting the heck off the clock. That's what I'm thinking.
I'd still be thinking about food first because I'd say, well, what am I going to do? Stop at a deli to go get something to eat, to take home? Yeah, they're cutting it.
Alban, have you seen this, Alban?
Yeah.
Does it look like I'm thinking about food all the time?
Listen,
Funky over there.
I am, man. I'd be, getting that waiting for that perfect time for the roast beef.
You find out where the good stuff is, right?
Right. You know what I mean? You
I worked at a
get
grocery store.
that prime roast beef to cut just for your own perfect sandwich. Oh my God, you're
Fresh
so lucky.
bread out of the
You have no
bakery.
idea how much I envy you. You really
Come on
don't.
down. Come on down. I'll get you a job. Come on down.
God.
And you can ride your bike almost all year round.
Yeah, I know. I know. I know that. Trust me, I know that. Just to go to Deal's Gap, is just my joy. I love it there. I absolutely. If no one out there knows what Deal's Gap is, it's a road.
I do.
It's like I know you should.
Tail of the Dragon.
Tail of the Dragon, like 11 miles in.
Was it 311? 311 turns
in 7 miles
13
or 11
miles?
miles, 13 miles, something like that.
13
But
miles.
it's crazy.
How are you doing, Lee?
It's like this. That's all you're doing.
Being Lee.
It looked like something coming out of Jurassic Park, then.
The new Jurassic Park.
Oh my gosh. Look at Reg. He says I can't beat his meat.
I'm back. I've been to the garden for like a cigarette.
Lee's must be bored.
I'm back safe indoors in the house.
Hey, what's up, Trevor?
Oh man!
But anybody else out there?
They'll let you out for the weekend of the Lee.
Sorry, say again.
They'll let you out for the weekend, have they?
No, not yet. I'll still work tomorrow first, and then they'll let me out about 12:30. And I've got like half a day and a half off. I'll start again.
Hey, what's up there, Shrinking Sharon? See that she jumped in on us here.
You're getting ready for a good weekend full of sports from Go-To.
Okay. Let's see here. Anybody else out there have anything to say? I see that. Okay, hold on.
Right, it's gone a bit quiet out there, Alban.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking. They just want to see me hang out here because they know I'm not a talker at all.
The seat
Like I
is
can't
yours.
read and talk at the same time. I don't know how Dabs does it.
You got to multitask.
Yeah,
Got
I
two
know. I
screens.
don't multitask. I'm retired. I don't have to do crap. You know?
You got two screens.
No, I'm on one on my
Oh,
laptop. No less. I look at it on my TV also, but the TV is so far behind. You know.
yeah. There is a delay.
Yeah, I'd much rather watch it on TV. Knuckle, yeah, asking if I use Kodi. I haven't used Kodi in a while because of people like you. I'm just stuck on Plex, and I love it. And
Traitor.
no, listen, you know what it is? I have so many DVDs I got to transfer over, and that takes time, sure, but just using the other apps just to grab everything, I'm so hooked, and it's I need to be shot. I really do. I really need to be shot. I'm here trying to figure out how to make a different server room to because I'm gonna have to build a new server to keep cool and put all of this stuff in. It's bad. It's
That's
bad.
good. I recently, my whole DVD collection, which I've collected since I was probably about 16.
Uh-huh.
I've stored them in boxes. I've moved from house to house. I've carried these DVDs with me all the time.
My problem is I have 17,000 DVDs.
Holy
It's ridiculous.
Can't even remember the last time I bought a DVD. Probably about 7-8 years ago.
The final time we moved last month, we bought them again. And I said, well, we're bringing these all the time. We ain't got a DVD player.
Mm-hmm.
So we got no need to it's all sentimental, because most of the movies you actually bought physically. You bought them for a reason. And it was so hard, I was said, nah, just get rid of them, charity shops are not open because of lockdown, so I dump them. I went to the skip, I went to the landfill.
Mm-hmm.
My whole life's work, and that's quite hard. It really was.
Okay. As for Knuckle, I do miss Kodi. I want to use it, but I'm just so caught up in the Plex thing. It's great for the pay-per-view stuff, but my IPTV has been holding up pretty good on that, and Red asked for 1 million terabyte. I've looked into Echo drives, but I can't get one to fall off of a plane yet. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I have my order in for an Echo drive because that'll be about the only way I could do this.
Yeah, that's expensive, and
yeah.
I mean, and especially you start doing those other drives. I mean, the good thing is you live by yourself. You can get a whole room just as a
I have a whole room ready for a server room, but
racks and racks.
Yeah, but no, I could do it in one rack. You know what I mean? I'm hoping, if I could make up something with drives big enough in it,
Hey, this is just for a second. Bob is asking, is Release BB still alive? No. Release Hub is active. If I remember correctly from reading, Release BB went Cloudflare. So I know that Bug talked about that he wasn't going to be able to do nothing with Cloudflare, but Release Hub is working. Mm-hmm. Lee, did you know anything about that?
Was it not Release Hub BB? Well,
there's two different add-ons. One is Release Hub and one's Release BB. But I don't know. I know that BB went down, and I saw that Bug said he could not fix it.
I ditched it. But I didn't know the original. Is it the same dev?
I think so, but I'm not. Well, not from way back when. I know Bug worked on BB, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I know that I've seen.
I get skeptical when I see names come back. I say, who's doing this? And and you got to be a bit careful. Like, you know, like make yourself like little building pass shit down to like users, like infect them without realizing.
So Dabs, you see anything on the cord cutter side there, or what?
Yeah, I saw some. Now I did see where I actually read about what DeBeach had posted about. I had seen that earlier today about Google's.
TV
They're
and
wanting to do
Android TV?
Yeah, they're wanting. I think it was Android TV is trying to look more like Google TV. I think is what I had seen.
Yeah, they're doing the same homepage now on your.
Yeah, they
Android
want that
TV.
same look. They're trying to
Okay.
all copy,
Yeah,
basically copy what Netflix was kind of doing.
Yeah, home screen.
Yeah. There was a few. I did have a few things in here, which was from episode 111. Netflix raised the prices on existing UK customers. So if you're a Netflix customer in the UK, you have probably already seen your rates go up. If not, it's going to happen. Another thing I had on here was if you have Verizon cell phone service and you have unlimited, there's a very good chance that you can get the Disney Plus app for free. So if you're a Verizon customer with an unlimited plan, you probably can look and get Disney Plus for free.
Yeah, Horizon's not in the UK.
No. Disney announces the Boba Fett series, which most of us that watch Mandalorian seen about the Boba Fett.
Okay.
So what was your guys' thought on Mandalorian and then possibly Disney and this Star Wars thing that they're going to go? Because they're going to run this and they're going to milk it for all they can get. What do y'all think of it?
I hate it. If you ask me, I don't like that.
I think Disney are ruining the legacy.
Yeah.
Star Wars. It's like late 70s, 80s. It was like nothing you ever seen. It got like, but now they're just like, right, we sold it off now to Disney, and they're trying to do like story spin-offs all the time. It seems like they're running out of ideas, and they're killing it. My personal opinion.
I stopped watching it after the first 3 movies. Why ruin a good thing?
After I got to Rogue One, I watched Rogue One. I thought, yeah, that wasn't bad actually, quite good. But then it's just like, I don't know, they lost the boil. It's just like simmered.
What you think, Aubin? What you think?
I don't like how all these movies and stuff are going more towards like Disney or Netflix or whatever, because people who don't have Netflix or people who don't have the Disney package, who aren't gonna spend that kind of money for it, they can't. It's not like you could go to a movie theater to watch a Star Wars movie. I that's not right. They're making all that money and they're screwing everyone else, is how I feel about it. You know what I mean? What about in other countries? What happens, like in China or in France? What people that couldn't wait for the premiere of a new Star Wars movie, and all of a sudden they're told, oh, well, you need to have Disney Plus. I just don't agree with it. I don't like where movies are going. Movies used to be, okay, a movie's coming out, you go to a movie theater, you watch it. But I know things are different now, and we can't go to a movie theater, and everyone's streaming everything. But then they're also attacking us for grabbing that stream. What are we supposed to do?
And it's not so much the production companies.
Right.
And it's like, Warner Brothers and all them. It's Netflix is putting out their own movies, and Apple's putting out their own movies now. It's not your standard.
Right. they partner with Netflix or Disney partners with
If they're not, they can't get it the
another
mainstream
production
way. They're going to go off
Right.
onto the.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just on a quick note, also, Dabs, did anyone hear about that? I just got an alert up in here that Plex Media services are being abused by DDoS attacks. If anyone knew anything, or just to keep your eye out on that.
I'll have to look. I don't.
Yeah, just keep your eye
My
open
email.
for that. Keep your eyes open on that.
I saw.
And
Canuck
also on
Gal.
another great note, if anyone watched Mayans MC, they set a premiere date for season 3.
Oh, I didn't think they were going to bring that back.
Yeah, they are.
It's been off for a while.
Yeah, it's been on for a while, but I know that they were talking for a while of trying to get it back, and they finally got a premiere date for it.
Canuck Gal, Jellyfin is a great option for. It's like a fork of Plex, and it's free. So Jellyfin is easy to set up. If you could set that up, and it's just like setting up Plex. So check it out. What's up, Tara?
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
Josh, keep it a little low for me. Thought I'd pop in and say hi.
How you doing, TK?
What's up, DJ?
How's
What's
it
up?
going? Long time no hear.
Yeah, I'm still kicking around.
You still what?
Kicking around. You can't get rid of me.
No, I just ain't been around, have I? So
what's shaking?
I'm getting back in my box. My owner's here.
What is it?
His owner.
Oh,
I'm trying to make sure he gets in trouble. So
The boss.
what you been up to, TK?
Redoing my NAS.
Oh well, maybe you need to talk to Alban. He needs to.
I was running out of hard drive room. I was getting real close, and I knew I was going to have to bite the bullet sooner or later. And I bought a new drive, and found out that the way that my NAS set up, like you use those wizards, make it real easy, real quick. But it formatted my drive as a single drive, so I wasn't able to migrate.
You can't go migrate it back.
You can't migrate it. So I ripped apart every old laptop in the house, tore out every hard drive I could find.
Oh, man.
I managed to get it all off of there, and then I got the new hard drive, put it in, and could you believe it? It failed right from the factory.
Oh.
12 terabyte hard drive.
Just so everyone knows out there, do not ever get a huge drive without just hammering it with software to check the drive and hash out any errors on that drive, because it's not worth the aggravation later. It really is.
I fought with it for last weekend, 2 days straight. I fought with that thing. I actually bought I thought my dock wouldn't read it either. And then I got looking into my dock. Well, it was only good for 3 terabytes. So I ordered another dock, waited 2 days for that, got that in, and it still wouldn't read the damn drive. So I finally said, look, I put it in my NAS. I put it in 2 docks. Nothing can read it. Amazon sent me one. It was pretty good, though. They had a new drive to me in 2 days.
Okay.
So I got it now. It's in there. It's formatted, and I'm just starting to move some media back onto it.
Okay.
About as bad as me. Been fighting with hard drives.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I know. There's got to be a
I
way.
don't understand anything you're saying. I just use my phone. My phone does everything for me. I don't need a computer and down drives and hardcore pornography servers and this that and the other.
What's up, Redneck? Shrinking Sharon. Nice to see you guys.
I use my internal memory on my phone, and it sorts me out.
You're just a master with them fingers, ain't you, Lee? On that phone. It just amazes me that what you actually do on your phone.
I'm just really tight. I ain't paying for that. I'm not buying IPTV. I'll get a free one. Oh, nice one. Thank you very much. And that's what Cody's all about. That's why we joined Cody. But we ain't paying for fuck all. That's my like vision on coding. I joined it for a reason.
And there's a lot of people that think that exact same thing though.
Yeah. I come here to cut my bills down.
Yeah.
That's the reason I'm still here.
Yeah, well, going the NAS route, that ain't gonna cut your bills, not for a long time.
Yeah. No. Not at all.
I think knowing what I know now, I think I would have went with a seed box, but I'm around the horn now. There's no going back.
No, you see, my reason for not wanting to do the seed box is because it's still not here with me, next to me. You know what I mean? I'm concerned about the day someone blows up some server somewhere and I can't get on the net, and now I can't get to watch any of my shit. You know what I mean? My movies. I want them. I don't want to have to run out and go pull up a DVD anymore.
My precious, my
My
precious.
This is the digital version of a prepper, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
So you're all back up and running now, TK.
Well, I got data going on there for sure. I'm not going to move everything. I'm going to set up my Plex server probably next, and then I'll set up all my automation software and make sure everything's working before I transfer a whole bunch of stuff over to the drive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did learn a little bit though through this process. Like drive formatting is pretty important with an NAS if you want some good advice. You know, if you're like us, and I would say, you know, where most of the stuff you got and could get again, but, you know, it's more of it could be an aggravation to go and try and get it again. You're probably not looking for like 100% backup or being able to have 1 or 2 drive failures and being able to replace those drives without losing any data. I mean, for us, you just go get it again, right? But when you cut those 2 options down, what I found is really what you're left with is a format called a volume format called just a bunch of disks.
Right.
And that will allow a drive to fail, and of course you lose all the data on that drive. But the other drives will still maintain their data, or should, from what I've read, or from what some Mark actually told me that Grindhouse. And the other option, which is what I went with, I did it after I talked to Mark. I might have went the other way, but it was already done, so I'm just carrying on with it. Is a RAD 0, which allows for faster access of the hard drives.
Yeah.
But if you have one fail, you're losing it all.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not worth it.
That's like I say. That's what I had. I actually formatted my drive with everything on it, all my work over the last probably 6 years. I went and formatted it, and it was like, what have I done? I'd done it by mistake. It was gone, and like you said, then it was like find a program to actually get it back. Yeah, which I did eventually. I got a program, but it took probably, because it's an 8 terabyte hard drive. It took it 4.5 days for it to actually scan it.
Yep.
Then, yeah, you could almost fill it again online for that if you got fiber.
yeah. And like I say, it took 4.5 days to scan it. Then it took me probably 2 days for each partition to get back. So it was an 8 terabyte, and it was partitioned at 2 terabytes each. So there's 4 partitions on that 8 terabyte. We all different stuff to do what I do: Photoshop, Cody, everything. Yeah. After Effects. So it was like I say, and that was all on them different partitions. And when Windows went and buggered everything up, by accident, I went and formatted that drive instead of actually formatted a different drive.
Yeah, I want to press a pin.
But I've got it all back now, so it's like I say, it's all my work is sitting on the desktop at the minute. So I'm just double checking, doing a critical recovery on that disk now, just in case I missed anything.
Yeah,
and that's been going for 3 days, and it's only got to 2%. So,
oh man, I hate that. You know, you sit there for days and you're like praying that it'll come to some faster file.
But no, it's like I'm not too worried. If it takes like 3 weeks, I'm not too worried about it because I've got the stuff back that was actually on there. It's only I'm only doing that just in case there is something that it didn't grab back.
Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna know the amount of files that I got back, or whether they're all going to be working or not, unless I check them individually, and that's a lot of work to go through and check.
Yep.
I think it worked out to it's probably worked out to be something around about 120 gig worth of work. And if you think about that, that's just PNGs and PSDs and Kodi sort of like themes and media folders where I've done custom media folders because I always recompile them, so I keep the original. So if I want to make any changes, I've got the original, so I don't have to decompile it to make any changes. I can just delete the compiled TXTB or something like that. I never can remember what it is. I can just delete that and drop in the original media. Then make any changes I want to any of the PNGs. Then I'll recompile it.
Shit yourself listening to you talking about what you can fix my phone with. It's like keep my cash.
So eventually, it's like I say, it's all sitting on my desktop at the minute. So it's just good to have it all back, and I got all my work back that I'd actually got on my roaming folder as well. So because I'd lost all that, there was stuff there that I'd started doing themes, and I'd lost it all. So, but I've got all that back now. So Ships Ahoy is back, and a few others that I was working on that I'd just started. So. But I only got that back. I think it was probably Wednesday. I think I got it all back up and running. And like I say, and I had to do a fresh install of Windows and get all my programs back, Photoshop, install all that, After Effects. So
hey, DJ, Jim wants to know if you have a wrestling theme out there.
A wrestling theme?
Yeah.
No, don't even go there. Don't even go there.
It all depends. If he means a WWE, there is.
Okay.
There is a WWE.
Okay.
On my wizard.
Okay, hopefully that answers you, Jim. We'll see if he gets back to us.
I'm positive. I'm positive. Let me just...
This guy so much he doesn't know what was up.
Well, I've got 108. I've got 186, maybe 189 themes. So,
you don't have a database for them like I have for my movies.
Alphabetical order.
I got a database. It's called me Wizard. I'm sure I've got a WWE. I've got a folder with everything in it, so yes, I have WWE.
Okay.
That you can't remember making.
Quickly, I can quickly share because if Todd's around, I'll quickly share.
He's back.
I'm back.
With us, Todd, right?
Yeah.
I'll quickly share where people can actually see it. I've just opened the picture up, so let's hide that. There you are. That's it.
Okay.
Little Undertaker. He's retired though.
Yeah.
But he's a true wrestler.
He's a wrestler.
Hey Todd, did you ever watch that Andre the Giant one I told you to watch? You got to check that out.
No, I actually was flipping through things. I saw ECW they're doing, or no, maybe it's NTX, one of those wrestling things. They have a Dusty Rhodes tournament,
Oh,
There's a
okay.
tournament for Dusty Rhodes. It's in his name.
Yeah, I
That's
think
like
because
those
I know I
women-
have I know I have the original ECW stuff on DVD. Some of it I started putting on my Plex. If you want to check it out,
all right. I might check some of that.
yeah.
I was going to say there was one of the things that I did have on my notes that Amazon is now in the satellite internet business. They've gotten approval to rival something in the SpaceX Starlink. They're going to try to compete with it.
Wow.
And that they do have permission to start launching satellites to try to. It said Amazon says they hope to reach speeds of 400 megabytes or 400 megabytes per second. And these speeds will continue to improve as the company tests and tweaks the equipment. So, and they have it's got a different type of antenna. So it does give you options for this not having to be at your home or more broad internet, if you're in a rural area.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. NXT, excuse me.
NXT
is going to the Dusty Rhodes tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And I said something to Blue about it. I'm like, oh, Dusty Rhodes. She goes, who's he?
Oh God.
I don't really watch wrestling, and I knew who Dusty Rhodes is.
Yeah.
You don't know who the American Dream is? American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. And he had a lisp.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I saw him. American Dream. And he had that. Remember, he had that hernia there at the end of his career on his side. It was disturbing to see him fighting. I'm like, get that fixed.
What those guys had to do, their bodies had to go through, man. It was just rough. It was rough. I know, because I with the ECW stuff, because I remember going to a couple of the matches at Madison Square Garden when they did do it there. And I'm sorry, not the garden, the ballroom, and to see who was there, like what's his name, the Sandman. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, it was great. Throwing chairs into the ring, it was great.
Well, early ECW was pretty violent.
Yeah, it was. It was great. It was great.
I mean, some of them guys got seriously hurt.
Yeah.
Because, there's certain things you can,
fake.
I don't want to say fake, but you can prepare for hits. But then there's some aspects as you can't. It's like, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Watching them mugs dropping from 30 or 40 feet, landing on a couple tables, it's only going to cushion it so much.
Yep.
So, no, thanks. So, but, we'll see what happens with Amazon in the satellite business. Well,
anything else out there on the streaming notes?
I was looking. Let me go back to episode 110.
And see what you.
Let me see what I had. This was before Christmas. No, actually, I talked about this.
Right, it's been a while. Really,
Yeah, this was when I gave out my Christmas list for people, Christmas ideas.
Oh yeah, okay.
Or I gave ideas.
Things for people to get. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which actually some of the ideas. Huh?
Yeah, that was a good list.
Yeah, because there's some of those things that some of my coworkers. I actually bought my coworker another one of those battery packs for your phone. He said, "I love that thing." He says, "I use it all the time." He goes, "I use it for all kinds of things." And I actually had an extra one, and Blue saw it when she was here on vacation. So she happened to see, she goes, "Ooh, what's that?" I said, "Oh, it's a battery." And she goes, "Oh, so what are you going to do with that?" I said, "Well," I said, they were on sale, and I bought a couple of them because I see something that's a good deal. I usually, if I think it might be a good gift, I buy like two. Because I'm like, you know what? That'll make it inexpensive. And I have a box that has like Christmas gifts. This is no lie. If Blue was here, she'd say, I have a box that has all kinds of things in there. And so she goes, I sure wouldn't mind having a little battery thing. I said, well, you'll just have to see what Santa Claus brings you. And he did. He brought her a battery pack thing. So
Oh, I got one.
Which hers, this one was only a 15,000, but it was a plenty enough to get her back watching TV and on the flight. Because that's the thing. It's, you know, the friend that I gave that battery thing to, he rides motorcycle. And so there's nowhere to plug up his phone.
No.
So if he's
on mine.
Yeah, he can't. There's no place to plug his phone. So if he's using his GPS, he says,
it'll suck the battery.
Yeah, he's like, it kills it. And so he'll get somewhere and plug that in while he's, you know, having something to eat or so.
Yeah. Well, it's like even with me, I have like a little 10,000 that I carry around with me and stuff. So I can plug it in with my car. But if I happen to be out in the middle of the store and wasn't in the car long enough, it's like plop, plug it in, away I go.
Yeah, I got one of them too.
Hey, Dabs, I'm gonna pop off here.
Yep, that's cool, TK. We're getting ready to roll. And hey, swing by and see us more.
Man.
I know you're around. You know where to find me.
Yeah, you bet, man. Good hanging out. You guys
later,
take
TK.
care.
Good seeing you, bro.
Take care, TK. Catch up with you later.
All right. Okay.
So I think I covered up. Albin's helped me to catch up on all my streaming news.
Yeah.
And I looked through. I was looking through all the streaming stuff, and there really wasn't.
It wasn't okay.
Minor stuff. I mean, it was minor stuff. Nothing.
I felt
nothing
that there was something that you know what? I'll make a list because I know because I know that there's stuff that's going on that you just didn't talk about, and
and you'll hit me up later and be like, oh, you know what we didn't talk about?
We forgot this and this and this.
And I'll be like, Alban, that's why I brought you on the show.
Next week. Huh?
That's why I brought you on, Alban. You let me down. You let me down. Had to cut your pay.
You know me. I'm sorry.
Man.
I'm sorry. I ain't got a wife that buys me a pad that I can write on and keep all my notes from my shows. Yeah. You know.
Yeah. And what's funny with that pad, that rocket pad, it's, you know, you can write on there and then you can take a picture. And I've taken like 3 pictures and I haven't taken any more. And I'm like, now, but I'm getting close to the end that I'm either going to have to erase it.
What do you mean
and not
close
save
to the end?
Well, it's only got a certain number of pages.
It doesn't let you store it somewhere like on.
Yeah, it does. But I just got to take a picture of it and I haven't done it.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm getting to a point where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to go back.
You have to take a picture of it to store it, or do you get to plug it into your device?
No, you scan it with my phone, and then it uploads it to the cloud.
All right, cool.
To my Google Drive.
So
yeah, I've got to do that. Nerd speak right here. Sorry, guys.
No, that's not nerd speak.
My rocket pad, my rocket book pad.
It's pretty cool, that thing.
It is, and then I'll just take my wet cloth and whoosh, gone. So, but let's see, Mr. DJ, anything you want to say now that you're back and you got your computer up and going?
Yeah.
No. It's like saying I could do that next week if you want to do that next week. Show that ships ahoy.
Oh yeah. You can do that.
Now I've got it back. I like to say I'm debating on whether to change the backgrounds on it yet. So it's like I say I'm just trying to catch up on stuff that I haven't done for the last 4 weeks. So that's sort of like the last thing.
Yeah. Well, you can just get sorted.
I'm just thinking about debating on whether to do a different style of sort of like a background. I'm not too sure yet.
Yeah. You got time, and Mr. Themer. And this is and you guys, DJ, like he said, 180 some themes. And they're and they, you know, lets people use them for whatever you want. You can take the theme and then you can make a build with it.
That's it. That's what they're there for anybody to use, whether you're a builder or just an end user. You just add your third-party add-ons, and away you go. Link it all up, and you've got
the interior designer.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It is a bit like me doing an interior design, and like I say, people request them, and I actually just do them, and I enjoy doing them. And it's like say, it's just my little. What would you say? My little niche. My little niche that I've got. We doing themes in Cody. So
And honestly, that's the side I personally prefer, is doing like the theme side more so than doing the builds and whatnot.
Yeah, I don't do builds. I used to.
Yeah.
Because like I say, I used to be part of UK81, but I haven't done builds for God knows, probably about 3 years or maybe more. Since like I say, we departed and stopped being a team. So I haven't done a build since then. I never really was sort of like one for doing builds. I enjoyed doing a theme, and like I say, when we was in UK81, we had a lot of different themes, and so being in that sort of like team, it suited me. But doing builds was the sort of like thing I didn't like doing, even though I can do them. It just never appealed to me. It was just not the side that sort of like appealed to me. I prefer to do the, as I call it, eye candy.
Yeah.
The customized side of it. And
the artistic side.
Yeah. That's the thing I enjoy doing. So thank you, Octavia. That's very kind of you to say that. They're beautiful. Thank you. I do try. It's like I say, I was working one on today. I'd done one, I think it might have been about 4 years ago for a good friend, Heavy Metal. And I'd done an Iron Maiden one. And like I say, I just sat there today and I thought, oh, I think I might give that a fresh new look. So I actually started that in Photoshop today and got the amount of layers. I think I'm up to sort of like about 15, maybe 16 different layers already in Photoshop just to create the actual initial background.
So is that like Iron Maiden, like the band?
Yes. Yes.
Nice. Are you using Eddie in it? I'm assuming you have to be using Eddie.
So, well, I probably will do when I get there. It's like I say, it's just early stages at the minute. I've just sort of like started to actually do the actual main look. I'm gonna say I could fire it up in a minute if you want to have a look. I'll fire it up in Photoshop. Let's just open Photoshop up. Don't take long on mine.
That's good. That's because you got a brand new setup there.
Well, it's not so much that it don't take long anyway. It never did take very long for Photoshop to start up on mine, because like I say, it's fully equipped out. 2 SSDs in my iMac and 32 gigabytes of dual RAM.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah. A little bit of RAM.
Yeah, so it's fired up now. So, and that's where you hear the actual thing. So let's just share. So let's drop that one. So there you are. That was what I'd sort of like started off today. And as you can see, all the different layers are down here on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Is all different textures.
This is like, and what it gets me is like you have Eddie from all the different stages or different parts of the different albums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like say that it's just something that I'm working on at the minute. It's like I just started that today in Photoshop.
That looks cool though.
Yeah.
And like I say, this is the original, if I can find it. As you can see, these are all my themes in a folder on my desktop. And there's a lot of them. So, yeah, as Iron Maiden. So it was originally done on, I think it was 17.3 when I originally done it. So that's going back a fair few years. So that's the original look.
Mm-hmm.
And like I say, I've changed it. I've changed it quite a bit. So, but that was done.
That looks neat, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was all done without Photoshop. That was years and years ago. That was before I actually started using Photoshop. I used to use a program called Photo Filtry.
Yeah.
And like I say, that was all done in that, and that was all done different layers. And these lights are actually in the XMLs, they're GIFs, so they actually move in the actual theme, these lights on the top. But like I say, I've just redesigned it, give it a bit of a fresh new look. I know it's the same images, but it's just giving it a different fresh look.
That's definitely a different look to it.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it for people that are super fans of that type of stuff. I mean, it's very unique, and especially characters like Eddie from Iron Maiden, because that was the character that was on every one of their albums. He was iconic. He was like on every one, and they changed him every time to make him look a little different.
Yeah.
And that was always the interesting part. But I like the way it looks like a stage too, with the
Well, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to try and get it to look like. So I wanted to try and get it so it looked like the band was actually on stage. That sort of that thing. That was my perspective of it. Yeah, he's getting there. It's slowly getting there. It's like you say, the pin. It's actually in there now, so you can actually see what it actually looks like. Yeah, my startup, June, and that's what it actually looks like at the moment.
Nice.
So that's as far as I've gone with it.
In a day. Yeah.
In a day. So
in a day.
In a day, that's nothing. That's nothing. So like you say, you can see how it's actually done. Like you say, I've got all the panel work to do yet. Look, I've got no panel. I've done no panel work, but that don't take me that don't take me long because I'm that used to doing it. And no, I don't use templates. The only template I do have actually, which I can actually show, is in here. If I go to File, this is the only template I use in Photoshop. Go to my saved, and these are the templates that I actually use for different sizes of images inside Kodi. So that, if I create that one, 924 by 424, that is the actual panel size. And as you can see, there's no template there, nothing. That's just a
blank canvas.
A transparent blank PNG canvas.
Right.
Nothing else. So if I want to create anything on there, let's just go for that. Let's just go for this. So I want to create a panel. I'll just do this quickly actually while we're actually here. It just gives a bit of demonstration. So I want to try and get I make it look easy. So there, as you can see, that's center. So now, because I want to use that style that I've actually got, because I've already created the style here. So let's make sure I click on that. So I'll click on that, and so that's a style I want. So if I copy that style from there to there, paste that style on there. There you are. Just give me the purple outline. So now if I duplicate that, you can't see it. Let's clear that. Clear that layer style. That's just what I want to do now. That's actually got a double purple on there. So if I go to that one, copy that layer style. So this is me just being quick. So, but I make it look easy. From you, as you can see, look, it's getting a double
3D edge.
Yeah.
It's like a double 3D edge. So now all I do now is File, Save As, go to my roaming, go to Kodi, go to add-ons, go to Silver Light, Media, change that to PNG, change that view to large so I can actually see. Oops, me trying to go flick down too quick. So that's the main panel. As you could see before, I hadn't used it. So if I just save that, tell it yes, click OK. Now if I go back into here, reload the skin because there you are, it's showing up.
There you go. Yeah.
And that was blank a minute ago. So that's it's like I say, it doesn't take me long to do, but that's me just doing it quick. That's not perfect. That won't stay like that. I would have made some different adjustments and everything. I'm just doing a quick example of
just showing an example. But that's you definitely got a talent for it. And you're willing to share it with just about everybody.
Oh yeah, I'll share it. I'll show anybody how to do stuff in Photoshop if they want to learn. But it's not something that you can sort of like explain. You've got to sit there and do like I'm doing now. I'm doing a screen share, and that's what you got to be able to do with everybody else that wants to actually learn. You got to sit there and have a couple of hours where you can break away and not do anything else. And actually physically do the work in Photoshop. I could show you, then you follow along. That's the best way to do it. None of this team view or anything where I do the work and you don't learn anything. No, I prefer to do it this way on Google Hangouts, and they can follow along. Open Photoshop and just do the steps of what I do.
Right.
And that's the best way to learn is physically try and do it yourself. I was learning different. I was learning using TeamView when I was first shown, but not Photoshop. I learned Photoshop off YouTube. Me just looking at videos on YouTube because, like I say, I started using Photo Filter 7, which is very similar to Photoshop. It's a poor man's because it's free software.
I thought it was free.
Yeah, it's free, and like you say, but it does let you do layers and layers. Like Photoshop, you can actually do layers and build your screen up and make your personal screen, your personal background. So that's how I actually do it. It's all done on a background. And that middle picture there, that will change. That will change every 4 seconds or something because I'll put different pictures on that.
Okay.
So that will change. But the rest will stay. I don't use no media for list panel or anything like that. It's all actually put on the actual background.
Nice. That's good. All right, Mandy. Anything you want to say before you go? We haven't seen you in a while, so.
I know. I figured it's about time to crawl out of my cave, and
yeah, it's only winter.
Phil, 6 more weeks of winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So things going all right for you?
Yeah, so far so good.
Nice.
Just hanging in there.
Well, you guys have school back in, so.
Yeah, kids have been back to school since like about the 2nd week of January. So, but they're talking about taking away their spring break. So we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
Just because they don't want the kids going and parents taking them on vacations.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
No. For the most part, though, I think things have been slowly but surely heading in the right direction. My son's going, they're doing what? It's news to him. He's over having a panic attack now. It's like, you're taking my spring break, my week off?
Oh, gosh.
So, Mr. Albin, thank you for joining me. Anything you want to finish?
Thanks for having me, like always. Thanks, DJ, for coming out. Mandy, thank you for popping yourself in.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for everyone out on the side chat there. I'm so happy to see you guys, like always. Dabs, I'll hit up with some notes for next week for you.
Yeah, work on some notes.
critiques.
You know, because I've been seeing some stuff that's going on in the community, and maybe we need to talk about.
Yeah. Hey,
is,
hit me up with notes.
no.
I like to have the
Yeah.
gives us something to go back and forth on. So, and we
Yeah.
just got to make sure to watch White Boy Rick
Yeah, and
Brothers Grimsby.
Grimsby.
And
Which
we
I
got
watched
the
today.
UFC fights tomorrow.
UFC fights tonight is the Knuckles. I
Bare
don't know what
Knuckles
time it's
tonight.
and Sunday Super Bowl, guys.
Yeah.
And
Super Bowl.
Wednesday, jump on over and see us.
Yeah,
You know?
it'd be great to have people on Player Pass,
Yeah.
more people to watch us and talk and tell us what you thought of the movie.
It's probably
Yeah.
going to be 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning in the UK when the Super Bowl starts.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, it'll start
It's
now.
7.
It'll be like 11
Is it-
because it
yeah.
starts
Oh,
at
is it?
6:30.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
actually
6:30.
starting early for a change.
Yeah, 6:30, but it won't finish until
Yeah.
9.
Well, I know it's a long game, but that's probably the only sort of like game that I actually do watch is the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, I'll watch. I got to work and then I'll come home and watch the second half. So, all right. Well, thanks for everyone joining. Bandy, thanks for coming on, hanging out with us. DJ, thank you for watching and hanging out with us, showing us some of your Photoshop work and how you do a little bit of that, how you do the build. TK, thanks to TK for jumping on. Noir, thanks for him jumping on. Was I forgetting anybody else?
I want to thank Octavia. Thanks so much.
Yes. And thanks to Rednecks and Octavia, Eddie, Daldum, all these people that over here on the side, Death Proof, all these people that have been watching the whole show. Here we are at 2.5 hours and they're watching. So
I'm sorry to
it
make
is
it
fun.
so long. I feel like that's my fault.
Yeah, because Dabs tried to cut out an hour and a half.
Yeah, you know,
JJ.
I just wasn't having
Just
it.
trying to
'Cause, you know,
shortchange us.
some of us wait all week for the Friday. You know,
That's right. It's the highlight
Yeah.
of our week.
Yeah, Friday.
it is.
Wait all week for Friday, and then I didn't come with a whole lot of
He's
streaming
like,
news.
yeah, we're
Holy-
I was light
you
on
don't even
streaming news.
bring roast beef from work. You know,
Where's the beef, Todd? Come on.
I'd be happy if you came in with a cut of beef and said, "Okay, this is what kind of beef I cut today." Because I'm the butcher.
Well, next time that I should have took a picture of the service case after I had it all set today.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that. You know,
because it was looking beautiful with the cheeseburgers and the seasoned wings and pork chops and steaks.
Shut up.
We're ready. I
had
had that store ready for their ready for the weekend for their Super Bowl weekend. So
oh my god.
yeah, it is what it is there. So thanks for everyone joining. We'll see you on Wednesday. Please join us. Let us know what you think. It's easy stuff. All you guys do is watch the movie and tell us did you like it, not like it, what didn't you like about it. You can say it on the side chat, or we actually post links and you can jump on this live show, camera on or camera off. It doesn't matter. And just tell us what did you like about the movie? What didn't you like about the movie? Either way. And you're not allowed to say anything bad about a White Boy Rick since Matthew McConaughey is in it. So, yeah. And we'll see what happens with my Hyperion build. We'll see if I can this week maybe read up more on it and maybe pull the trigger on all the parts. So again, Trooper, you Dan, Crazy Canuck, all these people. So thanks for you guys joining, and we'll see you guys on the next show because it's Streaming Matters to Us because streaming matters to you. See ya.